There is nothing. Ever. Never. And an audience. Yeah. You go. I know you. Coming right up. Alright. Do you want the song? Like a stench. A fire.
Somehow, you hear a jingle. It says, this fan has two chain pull switches. One, the blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now. You swoop up and what you have in your hand is a truly There they both are, like two baby crocodiles. Good, they're...
Hello, officer.
The young woman, her eyes are brown and her face is...
No. Because you're a police officer, sir. Okay, cool. I won't. Okay? Sir, couldn't say. In truth, so far, could it be because...
She hasn't had time to put her make...
Don't be so harsh on yourself. Of course. Be careful, officer. They don't like the police around here.
Something stirred. She looks back at you, a light glinting.
Yes. The dock workers are You're in a hostel. We are in
Revachol is the disgraced former capital of the world, divided into zones of control under foreign occupation. Half a century after a failed world revolution.
Yeah. It's 51. The current centuries don't... Civilization has existed for 8,000 years, sir. Yeah? There was the... I couldn't say. Oh, yes.
Oh, that...
Oh, we're huge where I come from. I was very young then. I don't know about... A slow, sad song started playing. Yes, there was a truth that it doesn't matter anymore and that we're alone now. It was... Don't be. Then you started screaming and trashed the place. A window was smashed. The tape there was. I went out afterwards. Everything was glad to have been of assistance.
Tenant looks out of the window, then to you, licking the tasty rum stain off the counter, then out of the window again.
What are you doing? We should move.
You could definitely go for some more. The titillating scent of alcohol in your nostrils was beautiful.
Hello, sweet.
Wait, who's...
Why, you are, officer. You're a handsome man, officer, with your mustache and your chiseled jaw and that silly dimple on your chin. Love can be cruel, so you must forgive me. I'm Lena.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew.
Yes, dear.
A paraplegic is someone with limited or no ability to...
No, dear. I'm not quite that old. Nothing so glamorous, dear. I was a training and development. You'd think it would be a safe... I was lucky. This was all... No problem. Whatever do you mean? Sequence killers? Oh my. But I think...
A partner who needs you to help him get a corpse down from a tree. I can assure you with absolute certainty, there are no sequence killings taking place in Martinez.
Now, gentlemen, no need to squabble. I wouldn't be of much use to you anyway, sweetie. Thank you, but Martinez isn't the most wheelchair-accessible place, you see. I'd slow you down. Perhaps another time. Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. Oh, my. You know where we are, right? Now. We are live in a hostel called the Whirling in Rags, and the Whirling itself is in the city of Revachol. How would I even begin to tell you? I haven't seen very many other... Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes? Perhaps, dear, perhaps.
The lieutenant studies you, rubbing his chin. I'm beginning to suspect that you might indeed be...
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government? Oh, sweetie. It's real. Revachol is a zone of control led by...
But they still have cops.
It is quite disappointing, yes. Oh, dear. But we should stop for today.
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
You didn't do too well, dear. It does look like you're having...
A sigh.
But maybe a fresh set of eyes is what the world needs. And while I'm no defeat, I'm afraid it has something to do with everything. Someone more educated in sweeping.
No.
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe?
That's a good point.
Of course, dear.
Marie, the drinks are non-negotiable. There's... Fine, I'll take it off the bill. You want to sleep in a post-apocalyptic shithole? Go ahead, but I'm not giving you another room. Don't thank me. You still owe me 30 for the drinks. If you don't...
That's enough now, sir. Good day.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, but you've been at this hostel in time or space. That doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money. Entertain the thought when you get the time.
The RCM in Martinez. What? We don't see a lot of police around here. Of course. What? Of course. Where to? Oh, that.
She's relieved someone has come for it, finally. Even all the way over here, there's a drop of death in the spring air.
What do you mean? We're in Martinez, sir. This intersection. There's the pier, the Cape Side apartment building, the harbor gates. Some kind of commotion, I think. Some shops and a bridge. The canal. Just coast. There's a little... It's just water. No, actually, I think they call it the Martinez Inlet. There are some islands in the bay. No problem.
She's very well composed. Back straight.
Me? I am...
She hides it well, but behind the sweat...
Is there?
The quickness of the reply certainly does not...
I am working. I have a greenhouse in... Well, as you already know...
Don't worry, miss. We are here.
Salts? Ammonium salts. Perhaps useful for later.
Of course. I won't...
If there's a corpse, then you're going to...
Sure. Keep them.
Kuno's got...
If there ever were...
Oh yeah, Nappa Gumpy, Kuno! Right in the dick, Kuno! Love it in the dick.
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes and his jaw is...
Fuck that! Kuno, yeah!
Shits himself?
The rake, Kuno! You should throw the rake at him, Kuno!
The fuck? Does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a guy.
We shouldn't do anything. You will see.
The language these kids are using. Pure, unfettered id. There will be no reasoning with them.
The fuck are you talking about?
He's calling us Kuno! He says we're fucking each other!
Alright, entertain the Kuno.
The kid moved irregular speech patterns. Overconfidence. Could this...
Shitload pig.
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno!
This is where you quickly...
Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down. You heard Kuno? Kuno wasn't even in my... I don't know. Mesco.
There is no Night City anywhere. That sounds like the name of a city in some pulp science fiction novel.
Why you gotta be riding Kuno? You wanna know what?
Don't tell him that!
It's not fucking lame.
Lame!
That's the name of Kuno City, bitch. Get the fuck off Kuno's back. This shit ain't a...
It's impossible to deduce what it...
Kuno's fuck...
He's trying to hide the fact that he doesn't.
Kuno knows all kinds of shit. Kuno's just a couple of pig...
Yeah, you tell the faggoty, Kuno.
You're testing Kuno's patience here.
Get lost,
Right, pig? This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Kuno's Kuno, pig?
It's always Kuno, never I. Clearly the kids...
Yeah, Kuno...
Watch out, Kuno! He's help! Pigs!
Help! He's got the...
Everyone can hear. You need to get the hell out of here before...
Help! He's digging his dick out!
Escalate, Kuno!
Pigs in eating, Kuno! Somebody, please!
How did we get here? How did...
Help! Misters, help! He's flashing Kuno! He's showing his genitals! If you don't help Kuno now, it'll be too late! No! Get off Kuno, you sick...
The nearly psychopathic way.
No one? Kuno's doing this because he likes...
This is where Kuno... Change of plan. You can't let that happen. It will make things harder down the line. You may end up missing crucial...
Help! The pig's gagging him! Kuno can't speak!
You put him up to this yourself when you decided to talk to him in the first place.
Listen to your friend.
Yeah, we're all in this together!
The lieutenant doesn't even...
Help! The RCM is trying to fuck us! His genitals? If you don't help Kuno now, it'll be too late!
Thump. The blow connects surprisingly well, leaving your knuckles tingling.
You are, officer. Get yourself together.
Okay, pig. Kuno knows to respect that violet.
The creature behind...
Okay, pig. Talk to Kuno. We're back in this shit. The fuck do you want? You're dreaming, pig. That's not how this shit works.
A little. But don't expect...
Don't let him dominate you, Kuno! Fuck his fat ass!
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. You seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his...
Active decay. It's okay to throw up if it...
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you'd expected. Too late. Until the smell of Commodore Red.
Keep it. It's not pity. You should wipe your mouth after vomiting. The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia. Sure you do. You just threw up a lot. That young woman, if she doesn't have any...
Acquiring ammonia will provide a modifier to the white check. Modifiers make checks easy.
This trash container is locked. The body is downwind from here. Maybe.
We could try using a pry bar. There's one in my motor carriage, or we might want to ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one.
Can I help you? Do I have a shaker in my...
It's not a shaker. It's nothing. He's holding...
Am I wearing a... Am I smiling? Do you... That's right. I'm the cafet...
Play it calm. This man needs to understand you need a drink to help the community deal with police stuff.
Even more reason for me not to serve you, sir. Was there anything else you needed? Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling...
Thank you for clearing the...
Why? To keep the hobo...
I thought as much.
Well, yes.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Prod at him and find out.
Yes. Sir, I'm sorry the RCM is having financial trouble, but it's not this establishment's problem. Callous? What are you?
Krasmazov, nom de guerre, was an economist and a historical material.
What are we talking about? Was this not about the trash container? We should return to the case of your mistaken identity at a later time, officer. This was about the trash container.
What for?
It concerns the case. Please.
Just bring them back once you're done, please. Can I help you? What thing? What are you, a cook now? That's none of your business. He wasn't pan-fried. He was lynched. Fine, okay. The kitchen is closed until 1 p.m. What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the Whirling later.
Can I help you? Another thing. Great. Yes?
You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. You're utterly through a PA by other people. You should sing the sad small church song from that tape you found. Serves them. You would need another copy of the tape first, though. The one up.
Can I help you? Absolutely.
Absolutely in the question. Your body is ready, sire. This trash can with a well-oiled. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't. Of course you. Just the feeling. A warning. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
You see, you've done this before. No. Searching for evidence in good practice. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Among the threadbare kitchen as the legs of the slime-covered jeep.
The victim's clothes? Drop them in here, officer. Guitar marked, blue jean. The belt is missing.
Something slimy catches your eye. A drab, long-sleeved.
This is a military-type overgarment.
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety.
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in.
The fuck's he on about?
See? Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lead...
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container. It's just organic waste. Cold. What's this? A blue piece of plastic. Something larger. A clipboard.
Officer, is that your paperwork? It is. Look, the plastic has... If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash? What are you talking about? Doeth thou also thorough inventories? You should take stock of your notes. Make sure it's all there. Official notes contain informants' names. If some of it has fallen into the hands of the RCM's adversaries, bloodletting may well ensue. I see, yes. You are what we call a badass, aren't you?
Wow, went off script there.
Tell me, seeth your badass more in there, or are we done here? Ah, yes, and it will also be appropriate to start taking notes on the case. It's what comes.
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable.
Wow, an Armistice caliber 50. It's a giant rifle, and it's very expensive. And is that Cordon Electric's preamp with Electra F2 tubes? That's too bad, because none of those things are actually in there. There's just food waste, and all you see is a broken mug with a only in its social sensibility.
Mm-hmm.
You've acquired an interactable item.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage? If you want to earn some change by guilting people, go for it. But if you want to earn real... It's just a rape, but it will not happen. It's the ledger you found in the trash. There's a piece of toy. It's a metaphor for It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of, still wet. The toilet paper peels off the plastic. An aluminium block runs the width of the board. Biting, the surface is interrupted by a silvery, looks like an official. It is similar to the RCM.
What? Yes, halogen watermark used for adding information to RCM property. It depends. Aside from an
Maybe yours will have how many?
any capable light with a... Yes, RCM vehicles have headlights tuned as...
This means you can read the watermarks if you just...
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand. It's a sorry sight. They're not exactly. Once in a while, there's a work, strife, poverty. The gem is the middle of March. What do you mean? Is that all? The notebook is annual. It says...
Huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot. 2? That's a lot. I didn't mean to say you are making mistakes. It's okay. We all make...
Like a fan of girls, the checkered paper. Yes, it appears you in a title, one might say even. Yes, all caps. Others appear more like it's going to take an effort to piece these cases.
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival. Good. That's a good one.
He understands you're concealing something.
But do you also use the titular? Well, so do I. It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM. Right after the revolution. Again, in your defense, I seem to have... I pray his rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
There is, for precisely once all the tasks are. Sadly, the ledger only comes with an old, worn-down lead pencil. It will. The lieutenant looks at his... He is not really saying anything.
Know that I give this to you with resentment.
The tasks you've completed, inspect the interview the cafeteria. It's not exactly a satisfying slash. You're a swashbuckler with that pen, Harry. And it things to be done and things already done.
No, actually. Any ideas? Ah, yes. They're not going to get it. They're going to think an idiot and a cockfinger were on this case. Furies. Yes. Well, could you make it less poetic somehow?
Yes, yes. You know what that...
Okay, okay. It's a good name, but it has something more concrete, perhaps? Do you have something concrete? Mundane, usual. Great. That's... I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's...
You don't exactly close them. So much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now. It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers. Yes, you can piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. It always begins with HDB41. Then, date of initialization and time of arrival on the scene, followed by the title. For example, hey, why yes, every last alphanumeric in the files begins with it. That is improbable. It takes about half an hour to piece one together, using the system you've devised. Where do you want to start? This one is relatively easy. Cause of failure. The mural is enormous. True love. People call the graffito crew is the case file. The crew agree. The 9,000 people subjected to the mural's message. All of Lakeside. A staggering 78% of voters choose to keep it. Turns out the opposition were a loud minority. And that love truly is possible in the next world for new people. And it is too late for us. No one cares what you believe in. Man with A.K. Leslie, the only way for Leslie. You would think, can he keep threatening fines? It's plain to see from the good. He must have it. In the process, he came at can't get out, which is also why the officer responsible narrowly escapes a disciplinary hearing. The end. Do you want to read another one? It would be, that's all you got. Who knows? One day you may still catch the man with the squid. Some assholes brought their couch outside and hung out on it. In the middle of the street, on the roof, on the hillside. Yes, and they were leaving it out in all cigarette butts. No, you didn't have time for that. These notes, murder. Tum tum tum. At the hookah bar, beaten to death. Joseph Mills. Mills didn't get off the pot. Not yet. No. Okay. So the case is handed to you because Mills isn't... No. It's soot and water vapor. It doesn't do anything. Yeah. No one enters. Mills has no idea. Invisible assassin. See? You can't even read the thing without solving it. Yeah. It was that. Smoking hookah. Didn't you hear? I don't. Not much has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of sodden papers still sags from the clipboard. In the back, you see thin, translucent copy of paper. Some neon yellow, then rip them from 3. The topmost are, you don't have to be a monetary peanut, but they appear pleasantly. These are all in a print, so a dozen pages of thin copy paper. Bright, yes, all that remains. The rest of the stinking cellulose. It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. Something rattles inside, and something small. Permeables. The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. With your hands, you 4-sized pages hang from the clip, screwed to the top of the board. The 2 sides of the board appear. The slides snap. Without 2 ticket stubs and a handmade postcard. 2 octopuses are smiling, reaching their tentacles toward each other in the colored pencil drawings. Thin wax paper has been glued to a piece of cardboard. Sounds like it smells. A touch of cinnamon, familiar handwriting. A young woman in her... Harry, throw it away. A merciful wind blows in from the... Frisson covers your entire body. Your hands... Every step I take, you, kisses, kisses, kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs, and the blood you feel... No, to what?
Detective, he said.
The cool. Here in the paleo-mammalian cortex, because it's all...
Tell him.
Ah, yes. In the olfactory system, they call it... It didn't smell nice. It smelled... Bloated corpse of the... Beautiful. There is no Voyager Road. You think they would let you? Until... Oh, but you are...
It's delicious. Glowing lights on a dashboard emerge out of nothingness. In the upholstered cabin...
Drink.
The water is cold, silvery. The stuff of life itself, as it pours down your parched throat. The pounding in your head recedes.
Drink. You haven't drunk water in 2 days.
With greedy gulps, you down half a liter.
What happened? That does sometimes happen.
He replies with such
You dropped these. Are you okay to proceed? Good.
The ledger of failure.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board, with the permeables drawer inside. It's barely held together by a clip. Then, without resistance or sound, the two panels move against each other. The compartment is now open. In the words just crossed. Who do you think? It's slightly, ever so slightly, difficult. The acidic stench, you know, like the bits they put into public piss bowls. Probably called, remember when I said the smell of the... Why, yes it is. Among many other things. This cleaning tablet is used by the whirling in rags. A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it
from another planet. You sure are, my man. It's the jam, my man.
the air from the...
It's a traffic jam. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long haul limbo. Yeah, exactly.
It's official.
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already. So tell me, what do you need? Huh? Oh, the bosses, man. Yeah, it sure ain't good for me. Or you. It's like, whatever's going on.
Going on strike would probably help you dodge a bullet.
Maybe you should.
The RCM is a self-managing organization that operates on donations. We promote our own leaders. It would be like striking again. I don't think you understand how that joke goes, but do continue. You were asking about the strike?
Some pretty wild... I've heard talk there's a company...
Ah, yes, from the Wild Pines. We'll meet her.
They want to keep that money...
He doesn't blame them, but he's not on the...
Anything else. Us lorry drivers. Not my thing.
He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, as if trying to conceal something.
He ain't one of us drivers. I know that.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose...
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological condition. Nothing. I'm just messing with you, man. Don't... Oh, high-grade narcotic...
Relax. He's merely joking.
Ha! No, I'm joking, my man. They usually get shipped to Grad in the Occident. Though we've been making headway in the Il Moran market lately. Not unless they've illegalized sports equipment while I was on the road. This rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of.
A motor lorry, also called a camion.
Good eye, my man. Yup, she's an old one, but reliable. Me and her spent a long time together. This rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of.
A motor lorry, also...
Neat. For carrying large quantities of cargo a long distance. This rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery?
A motor lorry, also called a camion, on kite.
Neat. For carrying large quantities of cargo a long distance. We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merch.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
Don't be a stranger.
You see several. The packages are small, discreet, sloppy. You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf. The girl delves into the magazine, hair covering her face. Oh no. I said don't let it fall out with a thump. What did you...
Did you? I mean, I didn't just see a middle-aged...
Really? A plastic poncho?
The clerk stares at you, but...
I mean, it doesn't...
She says, fuck...
Fucking with Frit is dangerous, you know. Just leave it there. I'll put it away later. What is what? A raincoat? Welcome to Frit. Feel free to...
What's that magazine she's reading?
I don't know. Frit? A 7 to 11 grocery store? I think they think that the...
The story goes...
You mean this? This is Pop's...
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode. Featured on... She pops her raspberry... Her shoulders... The lieutenant frowns at you before turning to the clerk with an apologetic...
Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but...
She looks up.
Yes, what we have is there, in the medicine, because Frit has an army.
She blinks at you.
Yeah, like, two... I don't know.
Businesses often hire private security,
You think the police, like, bother catching shoplifters? I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't seen it. Not really. No. I don't know, really.
No need to worry.
Okay. Uh-huh. Reality? You mean...
She is like a student unexpectedly called.
I don't really know anything. I mean, I'm 15. Yeah. That's why I'm working my arse off in... I don't know. What about it? We're in Frit as mankind, or...
What will her essay prompt be?
We're in Revachol? Like, you're welcome? I don't know.
The clock shows the time at 10:09. The hands seem to be still. It's apparent the clock doesn't work.
When ordinary... Yeah, it happened like 50 years ago or so. Our government? Or do you mean something else? Cool.
A small cabinet on the wall. Their logo is the bloodlet.
Just ask me if you need anything from Saint Baptiste. We don't... Okay. Don't, like, overdo...
Welcome to Rival.
Don't you welcome? Every school of thought and government has failed in the city. It's men like you who keep Revachol.
What he means is, fixation on the Revacholian nation makes it harder for...
Oh, come on, man. I just said welcome to...
I know exactly what, but you see, I'm an officer of...
Silence. The air. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
I haven't learned anything I didn't know before.
The lieutenant exhales, and
Whatever you say, officers.
he smells of heavy motor oils, and his breath of high tar content cigarettes. Probably Astra.
Oh, man. Oh, God, man.
He doesn't live in Martinez.
It's about biological determinism, natural law, the sorting of the races. Not the most popular topic nowadays, with a coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand block. People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. So, naturally, we Occidentals should open your eyes. Haven't you noticed something? The problem?
Cultural victory? What is this then?
It's what the Kips of Boog. It's true. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Who knows what good if...
Lieutenant Kitsuragi's stern expression remains unchanged, but you sense he can't be happy about this turn of events.
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so the strike? Oh, the apples.
Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say.
Look, we're on the same side.
Damn, you're not gonna get more out of them on this.
Oh yeah, they're a big deal. Sure fucking is. We have a guild and everything, huh? Very ancient. Goddamn right. Trusting street thugs will...
When you said before that you were down with racism, was it meant in earnest? Or were you just trying to win his confidence? I suppose that's a relief. Just be careful how often you avail yourself of this technique. A lie may be useful in the short term, but I have a way of catching up with you later.
We know a lie, sire, and it didn't feel like one to us. He chooses to believe, though, for now.
And one more thing. As you've seen, these sorts of attitudes are quite common in Martinez, so I expect this to happen again and again. I've had this conversation enough times in my life. From now on, I'm going to stay out of it. How you choose to respond is your business, but be careful. Now let's move on.
Before you stand, this must be the infernal machine. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers. A scent of leatherwork and heavy fuel oils washes over you.
All right. Ready? I turn, you press start. It's next.
The dashboard lights up with, like a leopard, the lights unfold with a little click, casting.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done. We just...
A metallic drawer slides out from under.
Take what you need.
He's clearly a little protective of his tool. The pry useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids. The handles, you can do good work with these. It's robust. Lets you see things in the dark. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers. The frequency tableau, the soft purr.
This is precinct.
Hello, Alice. Please assist our...
Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've probably done it 1,000 times.
This is Officer Alice.
Under the green prime line,
Just a second, officer.
10-2, 10-5.
The man uses
10-4, message received. 10-18, state your message. 10-9, over. 10-4, message received.
Is it him?
Says he lost his badge and needs to...
He what? He lost his badge?
This is communication. You mean your partner?
What is he saying?
He's asking who you are.
I'm his goddamn...
It's your partner, Satellite Officer Wittmann.
Did he lose his memory along with the... Who lost his badge? Dick fucking... It's Officer Dick...
Dick Mullen. Defend yourself. Immediately. They lock.
He's asking you to stop. Says this is...
Of course it's here.
Satellite Officer Wittmann concurs. Losing your badge is serious. Over. He says this has probably happened to other...
Oh goddamn.
Satellite Officer Wittmann is wondering if you might be...
Mullen dicked us.
10-4, I hear you, officer.
Fuck me. Mac, what's going on? Super cop. He lost his what now? His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
He asks you to please...
Why did he...
Sergeant Person was wondering...
You don't have a comeback. Sorry.
He's not replying. Looks like he's still looking for it. 10-9, come again. I didn't get that.
New heights even for... Ask him.
Sergeant Orson.
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy... Okay, it's gone. Your gun is most definitely...
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over.
Lying over the phone, it's easy. Just say it like it's...
He says he didn't.
Thank God for losing his badge is bad enough.
We're all glad to hear you've not lost your gun, officer. You need further assistance? Over. Roger that. 10-10. Over.
As you hold your ledger's clip under...
There she is.
Around the borders of the water, the rectangular watermark is over a rat brazenly dark.
Let me see. Right here. No, it does not.
The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the rat brazen...
Martinez. Let me see. Right here. No, it does not.
There are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows. The first row has 18, not bad for what? You don't. The next is the longest. There are so many, it's hard to count. More than. The last row has 3 per. That's it.
Those are perforations.
Alpha male of...
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered? Cool. I'm glad you joined us. This next row? Wow, more than 200. It's quite a lot. Even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers. Call it what you want. Right. Those are your confirmed kills. For an RCM there are certain of, but it seems as though you are, or at least were. Yes. Everyone has their own method of coping. Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies. Oh, this and that. Let's not get into it now. Why not gardening? You've already got the gloves.
The lieutenant nods.
Right.
You can now see your statistics.
Tremble. The time is now. Ta'ola. Time for the show. Time for the show. Ulogu Theodos. Xino Zausin. Ipoli Osithien. Echondes Fronisin. Yes, you spoke the words of the Palindropos and the houses of Pericarnassus. Items, people, even words will tumble. All will lose its meaning in the face of the woman.
Hello, sir. Step right in. Are you interested in a new and exciting... It's a bookstore, sir. Yes, that's exactly it. You got it, sir. What about board games? Okay, sir. This was all very enlightening. Okay, sir. I'll try to answer. My name is Annette, sir. Feel free to step in and browse. I'm signalling that the store is open. Otherwise... Oh, no, sir. I'm happy to help Mum by look. I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this... School? Well, mine is a big yellow building on Boogie Street, and the people there run it. They say it's a charity. Mum says it's necessary.
There is stress and unease.
Mum says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. They're cursed in the way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. I wouldn't really say it like that, but I guess so.
We can go into the...
Yes. Please do also look at our wares inside. The postcards and board games are there, sir.
It does not manifest itself in any way. It does not exist. I liked it better when we were talking about whether it's...
Anything else you wanted to talk about, sir? Nothing really, sir. Mum doesn't allow me to sneak around in the... Maybe I can tell you about some of our books instead. Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like... It's exciting to people. You don't look much like a policeman. Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen. Head, yes.
No, your mind. Not head, child. Heads.
No, he's wicked smart. Like you, sir. Of course. Maybe you can show me some real police work, sir. Like in the book. It's the type of book, or there could be a story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It's about man and lady business, sir. I haven't read many of those. Maybe you should ask Mum. I don't think it's a romance story if the main... No, I don't know. Yes, she knows books.
What was that? An idea for an unfinished novel stuck somewhere in your forebrain?
It happens, but usually the guy... Those are unhappy books, for most of the pages. People sad about... These are not very common. Well, maybe then it's fine. Maybe if the lady then decides not to... That's really not a proper romance story. That's more like... Not in romance books, sir. These are about nice and pretty people, and everyone is... Maybe some about other books? Oh, kings and... I think that's why people...
Seems like most people who read those books fail to get...
But it does make the famous people more famous.
Annette's expression remains ever so helpful, but she doesn't say...
Isn't that kind of a child...
When she grows up, and if she grows up to be clever,
Okay, sir.
she doesn't know what to make of that, but she'll remember it.
No, sir, I can't. It would be too tiring to refrain from it. It's already tiring enough. That's a friendly enough face, most of the time. Hello again, sir.
The girl keeps her hands folded, hidden. Why is...
What do you mean, sir?
She looks around anxiously. The lieutenant stands by. Look, she brings out...
And you knew this from me keeping my hands folded? Well, that proves nothing. Anyone could do an easy deduction like that.
She nods, half provocative, half enthusiastic.
Maybe so, sir. Okay, I know it's a bad habit, and I shouldn't. It was okay, sir.
There's more that can be achieved here. Ask her to do the same.
You're quite sober.
The lieutenant does not flinch at the comment. He does not flinch even a single bit. He is intensely not flinch.
I'm sorry, sir.
There she stands, swaying on her feet. Assaulted. There's something you're missing. You see,
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employ... Nothing! What?
she speaks almost oddly enough. The more she tries to you see some kind of charm. This is a inhabitants of aside from poking at it, just as you're a...
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off-limits. Parapsychologically speaking, we're done.
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always...
You do? My God, even more reasons not to mess with the curtains. Just step away, dear sir. No, it's just a storeroom for the employees, I told you. Now please step away from the curtains. Thank you.
Talking is the curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before...
Welcome to crime. Be welcome. And please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space. Sir, don't be... One has to earn...
Certainly there are good things to be said about dependence.
Now, hey there. Sounds like fighting enemy. My philosophy is everyone just... I am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture. I already told you. Just let it go, officer. Go buy some goddamn books. You're supposed to be drawn to the books. It's just for decor... Okay, fine. Are you happy now, officer? Happy that you've...
Host of hosts, she prays. Guard me and my honest business venture from the...
The curse. It's the curse of financial distress, of ruin and bankruptcy. It's not just that, officer. We're dealing with something there's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. Ever since I arrived, I've sensed an eerie, lingering presence. As if I was the curse. It's the curse of financial... But, officer, there's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. Ever since I arrived, it's not good to talk about the curse, not...
Wow. Void raves. You have...
Yes, the wards help to keep the doom at bay and protect us against the darkness that lies further in the building. Oh, this! There are numerous...
Desert pygmy shamans. That sounds like a rather questionable way to describe a...
Most certainly not.
My liege, you know what this case calls for? A para-detective.
Then why are you talking to me? Everything is on the shelves to browse. Everything is on the shelves. Take a look yourself. The shelf...
She smiles and nods, seemingly...
Annette, yes, my daughter. Wonderful. Did you talk to her? Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how come my precious... Her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette. You must be kidding. There's not good, sir. What does a young child do?
Such criminal behavior would not happen in more developed countries.
Those countries will realize they've raised...
Yes, we've had quite enough fun here. Right.
God. I've told her not to do that. She can, if she has enough...
Come on, ma'am. It's obvious she can't do anything about it. You are placing an unnecessary burden on a young child.
She stands stiff. She's looking for one.
Oh, no. There. I don't know what to say to you. My husband, he tries to teach me business lessons. I have what my mother called a dull mind. All this stress. Yes, my husband is a successful entrepreneur. It's a proper... Most of the buildings are empty at the moment. He made the initial investment...
Super silent. Almost inaudibly so.
Yes, my husband, he made the initial...
Super silent. Almost inaudibly so.
Yes.
A glimmer of sadness.
We're quite busy people. I'm sorry. I'm sure you do understand. She's been too... I assure you, I of all people and
hell freezes over. The woman looks aloof. Her features much softer. Occasionally she glances at her daughter's silhouette. Slither up to her, you silver-tongued fiend. Show her what world-class perfidy looks like.
Are you sure? You're no para-detective.
You look like one. The lieutenant keeps his usual stony calm. He silently picks out his notebook.
How do you...
Here we go.
I should have realized. But I am not the only one at risk. I have to think of my daughter. If you promise, good officer, then you might be our last hope. Thank you, sir. There's one more thing I haven't told you about yet.
Do not act surprised. You know of these things, sire.
You have? The entity takes the form of a woman, a witch probably. I've suspected that she must be connected to the curse. Yes, that some unnatural magic. And
unbelievable what you discover. Probably just some office space. Don't be scared. Hey. Psst. Psst. Hey, yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again. Yes, you're ready to start building communism again. You've built it before. They've built it before. Hasn't really worked out yet. but neither has love. Should we just stop building love, too? Good. We need tender men like you. Keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners. Funky style. Very funky. So tell me, do you have any failure? It's about, yes, you alone. You against the atom. Now get to work, comrade. Oh yeah, get the firing squads and the animal wagons ready.
I'm sorry, sir.
You just can't out of the rain.
Math. It's... Oh, I thought this would fit you. Like, thanks for helping out. Just what Dick Mullen would ask. I got it from behind the curtains. I'm not really supposed to go there. Maybe. It's the hat Dick Mullen wears. Right, I have to get back to my homework now. Before Mum notices. Man.
You see a dip.
Oh!
A heavy door with a missing handle stands. Only an echo, a hollowed out dark echo. After exerting some force, you manage to turn the key. It's eerily so.
Detective. What is this place? No, it's a gym. I doubt the electricity still works.
Some specks of dust, an eerie feeling rises in your chest.
Yes, because it's no need to look for a surprise.
decorations have, you see, albeit dark and cold, a pinned postcard reads, "The heat death scenario. This is a monthly It looks a bit mini-me, stands for a mini-me. As time goes,
Looks like they didn't make it.
a note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, "See the prods." The handwriting is the full text reads, "Heat death of the universe." An iron safety curtain curves before your eyes, folded like a bellows. It covers. This must be where the. And what an odd thing to do. Still nothing. Those curtains prove to be surprised. If this is really.
Can you please try to refrain from attacking random things? Ghosts aren't real. Didn't your parents tell you that?
Those curtains prove to be surprisingly sturdy. Your fist. If this is really an entrance to the chimney, then there must be a furnace.
Can you please try to refrain from attacking? Why do you think there's something on the other side? In any case, there's no way we can get in right now. Let's investigate further.
This appears to be some
radio computer.
What do you mean? This is the Ream Civic Ray.
We have one of these down at the station.
The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing it's empty. The filament you have would fit perfectly inside the compartment. Like a smooth drawer, the filaments behind the hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filaments. A bar of the static.
Good afternoon. Please repeat. Is this the filament you have inserted into the... Yes. Is that the good? Please repeat the password.
Password? Of course it would have a password.
Received.
Don't worry. Passwords have a way of turning up.
Fortress accident. Is the fortress accident? Is the... One moment. Fortress accident.
That's not bad.
Any other questions? Yes.
She repeats passwords.
They are merely cautious. I work as a repeater. As for me, well, now, please tell me if there's anything else. Thank you, and goodbye.
Tiles on the cube are still. The filament slides out of its glowing. A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace.
Looks like it. No one has used it in ages. No signs of any recent fire.
It's dark. The echo is so...
What are you doing? Wait, really? Take your head out of the chimney, please. It's not safe.
A lush layer of... Maybe you could paint something with this coal. Leave a cave painting for future arch...
You're right.
Always has to be the skeptic, this man. A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring something.
Hello? Hello?
You hear a low rumble upstairs.
After you, officer.
You see, the bear looks oddly realistic. Is it taxidermy? The lieutenant doesn't answer. His eye, a gust of freezing cold air. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun. The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers. You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it a friendly cartoon. The paper still smells of vanilla and chocolate.
Good question. I know. What is even worse?
The fridge buzzes with energy. The note is written with a blue...
Does it say anything?
This is 10. Someone has scribbled. You'll find the filament memory with the offside copy.
Someone who owns a...
Which is to say, not very good.
It belongs inside a radio...
It's like the production schedule.
Really? You don't have a... Oh, I'm sure that child would love to get his hands... I don't know. I assume it's somewhere...
The whole thing resembles Kadran history classes, students with their textbooks open. Radio frequencies, it's unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced. Perhaps the web is... They must have had massive air width. Someone the leader of a conductor for the hundreds of story threads that pass through the game. Whoever decides a list of names under... There's no...
My God. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became. Exactly.
Nothing.
Okay. What do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace? No, that's not it.
Like he's ready to lay out
It looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games. Through Colin State, then there's the game master for...
Coordinating so many...
Not to my knowledge. They make automated games in Graz, Messina, Königstein. You know, places with industry.
Not.
But I don't think anyone has attempted to create an... Indeed.
Super cool. Someone should give them millions of real.
No idea. They stopped filling out the schedule on the chalkboard. Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality, but... Ah, yes. Okay, let's keep moving.
So, both houses were built at the same time and under the east of the... And then there is me. I've been here...
Maybe it's just because she's so talented that she's been able to woo the curse.
Is that what you think, officer? That the curse is real? So I'm the grand dragon in the cave. Might I ask what...
Hobocop. Technic.
Oh, it's you again. No. Who's Kuno? Oh, you mean the kid with... I think it would take more than a gym to help. It didn't. If any...
It's not really full of that. No one would store their drugs like that.
Eventually, the coalition took away the funding and the club went bankrupt. This was good. I hope it clarified things a bit. Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a dye? I'm listening. Yes,
A bit of It's not about the haircut.
You're right. It Oh, it's you again.
You see a set. You see a.
Oh! You're alive and well. Yes, yes. How was it?
Tell her how ghastly it was. You know it's what she wants.
I knew it. Oh, such but. What else did you find? Did anything survive? No, of course not. Have you looked at a novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle. I don't understand.
The narrative she's built her. She's squeezing on the pendant too tight. To hell with it. Perchance you ought to just lie, sire.
Oh, how horrid! I knew something wasn't right about that play. Tell me, did you find a way to break the curse? Of course. I trust my Seminoles. All that matters is that the... Thank you, officer. True...
She so badly wants this...
All right, then. All's well that ends well. Should we return to our...
There are several foot... Heavy worker's boot. Isn't this something an industrial worker would wear?
Noted.
What do you think you are? There are several foot... Heavy workers... Isn't this something an industrial...
Noted.
Noted.
There are several foot... Heavy workers... Isn't this something an industrial... Noted. There are several foot... Heavy workers... Isn't this something an industrial... Noted.
maybe more than 12. No, 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud. 1. Standard work. 2. Stand. 3. Hobnailed. 4. Standard work boot. You don't know. 5. Another. 6. An aberration. Light as air. Even pace. Same make of boot, but number 41. Impossible to tell. You're not bad. It's a 7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot. 8. And yet another standard work boot. Number 44.
How many? I was pretty off then. I counted 20. I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. Do you see anything? A woman? Or a kid? Okay.
He knows it's hard to discern sex from a person's gait.
Understood. Anything else? 200? Could it be the combined weight of...
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living...
Possibly, yes.
But why?
Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just march him up. Even easier to carry on a stretcher, or between 2 men. Interesting. Let's name it the Old Soul. Someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbor. Or maybe a drummer? No, it's not. Forget I said. Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out the right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right.
He doesn't seem to...
We should keep our eyes open around the track. A week, maybe?
It is not impossible.
I pulled last week's forecast for coast...
Correct again. Sub-zero temp...
What do I think? Then, after hoisting...
Indeed, yes. Everything fits so... The lieutenant...
Either way. What else?
There, he still is. Looking.
Active decay.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
The ammonia only makes it worse. The combination forces tears. The second time, not so much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
Get a hold of yourself. I've seen strong men turn themselves inside out for hours. You are facing tough odds here. Okay, you've said it. You need to get your shit together. Then the world will turn away from you and leave you behind. No. You will get your shit together.
For a moment, the hanged man appears to...
Bitch fight, see? Bitches are...
Bitches about to kill each other, I think.
We should go and do something else. Give it half an hour. Then come back when
You've gained a thought. When this
It's nothing. Glad you asked. When junior researcher, because there's a secret... There it is. You see a shabby little door.
What is this then?
Be still, my beating. The lieutenant isn't stuck. There's a good vague way to ask where he stands on drug use. Professional?
No, I'm just a regular detective, thank you very much. Perhaps see that ladder?
Looks like when the wind ruffles.
Yes, you could probably make the jump.
The wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the enormous crane towering. That machine is a Kvalsund 1020 HK.
Is it? Kvalsund, but I digress. We were focusing on your cloak here. What are we doing? Or it could be that we are just exploring. The cloak? I do think it... well...
The cloak looks like a bag of goodies floating in the wind. Who knows what its pockets may hide?
Fuck does Kuno care? You found Kuno's secret door to Kuno's secret shack. It was shit. Get the fuck out.
You can't do that, Kuno.
Pigs can't displace. How did you like it in there, pig old boy? Oh, that. Kuno decapitates pigs. That's just a Kuno demo.
What?
What?
Fuck your shit back to normal. What is this?
Well played. No one saw.
That's where Kuno gets his daily hit.
Bet you'd like to ride the lightning too, wouldn't you? You feel tired.
It's a vitamin pig. Don't you?
You could use some.
Yeah, it's the mag. You fuck.
Oh, don't teach him, Kuno. He's gonna use it against you, Kuno.
You're not getting this, pig. It completely takes away the hangover. It's like you.
Fuck you, pig. Don't do mag. You're gonna OD and you're gonna fucking die.
Is it? You got pretty fucked. Don't sweat it, drunk pig.
He's saying you climbed up there. He probably... Yeah, that conclusively explains how the...
Of course you fucking can. How do you think Kuno made all the docky boys his gimps? Just got a fly pig. Not for you, pig.
Kuno can't wait to see you shit your...
That's all there is to it then. Don't be a pansy.
Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom. Yeah, like a fucking volcano. Yeah.
You're lucky you didn't die there.
Yeah. Kuno, what are you? Like...
Perhaps you could compress this negative energy and turn it into some sort of a Kuno fire. That's right. Turn your weaknesses into conceptual strengths.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Hear that? Magnesium. That's what you're lacking. Yes, and it's critical. You need to get so magged up. You've probably had 2 heart attacks. Yes, if you want to A paraplegic is someone with limited or no ability to use the lower half of their body.
That's quite all right. I'm used to people asking questions. I know they're thinking about it anyway. Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be... You know where we are, right? It does still look like that, and we are in a hostel called the... Yes, great. See? We're getting somewhere. How would I even be... I haven't seen very... Speaking of history, you know what... There.
She looks flustered. The lieutenant. I'm beginning to suspect.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we... Oh, no. Nothing.
I don't know. Still looks like there's a lot of hustling going on. Maybe she's wrong. Also...
It is quite disappointing. Oh, dear. But we should stop for today, sweetie.
She's scared now. She's realized you really...
Someone more educated in...
No. I'm not an encyclopedia.
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone...
That's a good point. This doesn't look like... It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage arson, petty theft, spousal abuse. Handwritten logs on dozens of investigations date back.
Yes, however, it's a holdover from the early days of the RCA. Again, I pray his loved one. Rail spiked through the head. He died.
The notebook is annual. It says 51.
Huh? Too complex.
Arson, petty theft. Yes, a title, one might say even. Arson, petty theft, spousal abuse. Handwritten logs on dozens of investigations date back to January 51. The notebook is annual. You don't exactly... It takes about half an hour to piece one together, using the system you've devised. Murder. Tum-Tum, beaten to death. Joseph Mills. Mills didn't get off the pot. Not yet. He kept at it. No. Okay. So the case is handed to you because Mills isn't getting... Yeah. No one and Mills has no idea. See? You can't even... Smoking hookah. Didn't you hear? Not much has changed in the meanwhile.
We should think about calling it a day, maybe. The nights are still miserably cold this time of year. You should take care of that, then. Let's talk to him anyway. An officer of the RC...
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a
It's not off. What can I...
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop.
I haven't had any problems.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from. It keeps me...
He's well composed, but underneath it you sense psychedelic process.
Yes, we'd like to sell these hubcaps.
Roy, gone forever.
Yes.
No one was defrauded.
Of course.
Thank you. Here's the 30 real you need for your bill.
The rest is for him, to compensate for the pain of being...
Anything else you're thinking of selling? Another time, perhaps. Greetings on this fine night. What brings you here? The pawn shop is always open.
Feeling warm and
Greetings on this... The pawn shop is always open.
feeling warm and enthralled.
Greetings on this fine... The pawn shop is always open.
Okay, he definitely is high. Looking at his wares, talking to him, that might give you more.
I doubt it, but I do my best to keep my...
He doesn't know anything. The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colors.
Someone else came here earlier.
This is a pawn shop. The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another, alert.
You were adamant about... And I don't like keeping guns around the... She didn't seem like a... Truth be told, she was terrifying.
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the citizens' militia, and now a civilian. You're right that she could cast aspersions on the force. We have to find her.
My apology.
A needle in a haystack.
Of course.
Can I help you? Yes. Have you got it? Well? Great, Perf. The electronic lock to your... Starting tomorrow, please pay...
Time stops advance.
I'll take a room here too.
Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests.
This is the door to the room you...
Just a moment. We should talk about...
The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is...
Now then, we should talk...
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely... Ha ha ha! There he still is, looking right through you. As you breathe in, the odor, this delicate machine, ready for picking.
They do after 7.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enameled boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying. His eyes are milky white. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode. From
I'm gone. Into the wild pale yonder. In the past. Way out in the west. I'm a joke. Look at me. There is nothing funny about joke. A killer. Go ahead, Coppo. What do you mean? It's the power of your imagine. Go ahead. Ask me more questions. Because you're a copper coming right up. Copper Rooney. Fuck no. You're no Rooney. No, you don't. Between you and me, your name is probably Harry because you have loved it me in Provocopo. It was love. Sure, Lobo. Looking at my face, motionless. Looking into my eyes. Standing here. Why are you investigating my murder?
something is on its way. Something hidden. It's coming. A miracle from the northwest.
Do I remind?
A child born with Muller's disease, harlequinism, grown up miraculously.
No, not quite. Be fair now. You sure got out of that one? Coppellini. Come back later, Coppo.
The material, delicate. These are clearly not boot.
Indeed.
Oh, the lieutenant uses a memo technique. It's clearly some manner.
Ceramic plate. Under the hill. Fair weather. The locals probably scavenged it. We should keep a lookout for this. No, I think he had...
Nice. That makes sense.
A good point. He could have been intoxicated, or something. It is. We've requested similar material for a full set, about 4...
For the northwest region of Revachol, an officer's average yearly income.
As a wage, it's regrettably small. But for a piece of hardware, that's for us to find out. Just something I scraped together from my station. I agree. This equipment is way beyond...
A small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup. The pry bar in your hand is itching. The metal connects with the same ding. The only difference...
Did you hear that? This is a kinetic redistributor.
Faint, organic line, like whirls of floorboards. The design looks organic. Influent if trees were made of porcelain. The smooth, glossy surface fractures. The whirls are in the shape of a letter and number
Good. Can you read it to me? We have a make and a number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kinema when we're done.
The stench fills your nostrils.
Stop! Pig's gonna put...
Brutal!
You're about to pull his head off.
Do it, homo!
Stop obsessing about your sexuality, officer.
Indeed. From this angle, it does...
What are you trying to achieve anyway? Why are you hanging on to that boot? For a full set of armor, there's no way you're getting them up.
You're sure there's a way to peel them off. But first, the anticipation makes you crack your fingers. Feels nice. Nice.
Processing will take care of them. With
the cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt. It's the hangman's knot. This is a steel-reinforced...
Airlifting. I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them. The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I was afraid it would be. Thin steel wiring. The brief suggested as much. Politically motivated by the ongoing strike. Okay, you should ask me for one the first moment we get. A noose is one of those things that's easy. That ladder can't carry a grown man.
Could be. The shape of the cadaver hangs from an intricate web of blue lines stretches across
A map of the star.
as if someone left that moat.
So am I.
He wears a wide leather belt around. He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and
A triggered sunshine.
triggered.
An instant color. I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small...
In case we need it. Yes. It is pretty cool, isn't it?
There is only one ampoule left.
It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build. Sure. Just don't lose it.
The glassy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute, and his... As you narrow your eyes, this is a trick. Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of...
I see it. His neck...
The monster comes back.
So, what do you think? I do. Most of them are post-mortem.
Stop talking.
He means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up.
I agree.
His personality...
Totally dead. That sounds about right, yes. Agreed, especially on the neck. The belt acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis, there's always a chance. We should check for ligament mark.
A pool of blood and...
The victim appears to have...
The fucking...
Talking about shit.
Maybe.
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils. He slowly rotates before...
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver?
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos.
The steel ring...
He doesn't actually think...
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And someone else? You mean like... the police?
What was that about? Processing?
Someone already did. I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come to help us. And we have a growing sanitary concern here. Climb up there and... There has to be a less risky way. With less falling down. We are not getting him down already.
How do you plan to get him down then? With social sensibility?
Yeah! Bang bang!
How?
Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch. That's a good spot to aim.
Where? Ah, yes, I see. If the shot...
Yeah.
They'll miss! The pigs will miss, Kuno.
The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He appears too deep in concentration to even notice what you said. Silence. With his elbow sharp, the lieutenant unzips his jacket and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks, securing it in place. That's a keel. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's test position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
He's gonna fucking miss!
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes.
God damn it.
A lot of things were...
Fucking idiot!
Kuno could have hit it Kuno's sorry too. Kuno feel...
The lieutenant doesn't say a word, just looks at the gun in his hand.
No, we are lucky as it is. Any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position with the locals. I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down.
You know, you don't feel like too bad of a shot yourself.
It's bad as it is. Us shooting fire. Go ahead, I'm not stopping you.
They only have...
This is the sorriest...
Yeah, take it, you fucking banana pointer! Take it and shoot yourself in the mouth.
The cold piece of you've held this.
The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno? Tell him to shoot himself in the mouth.
The buckle comes into focus.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss. Or what? You gonna fuck me? You wanna fuck me, pig? Is that what this is about?
Your field of view narrows. The branch slowly moves, becoming entirely the slow move.
Look, he's crying. Cry now, fucking faggoty.
The buckle explodes into tiny pieces, coming loose with a whir. With your hand numb, looking straight at you.
Communism.
It takes a millisecond for the assault. Then the rigor in his muscles gives up, and he smashes sideways into the spring mud, letting out a horrid stench.
Ace is high.
The ace is high, a custom invented by the aerostatic brick. You could add an ace's low to it. The high arrives with a sharp slap. As you chill, it's gonna connect. But then it does, and with furious precision.
I knew these guys were
We will perform a field autopsy and
slumped on the ground like that as not.
It looks like I feel like taking a break from the stench. I'm sorry to interrupt the... Yes, the 4 phases of a murder scene. I'm satisfied too. In 3, field autopsy.
The fuck are they on a...
Cops are gonna cut his...
4 and final, transport of the... No, you and I are detectives. An honor and a burden. With shooting like that? Of course you are. Your station would not have assigned you... Yes. The 4th, I'm satisfied too. Initial 3.
The fuck are they on about?
Cops are gonna cut...
4 and final, transport of the coroner's case to the district morgue. I'll do that. God, this thing... Good. In the meantime, we should try to interview it, or we could ask around for the rep...
You could ask the gardener for that.
Yes. And...
The rotting man, the lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Come on,
What you do know is, at 8, you must have me confused with the... You, sir. You are the Copperpedia.
There truly is a time for everything. I'll ask you when I need you to. For the most part, maybe I should handle the... That's right.
The dead man stares in silence. Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first.
That's you.
The corpse is indifferent to your scribblings. Just lies there. The next box says...
KK5...
KK equal. That's because he doesn't want to bring up the messy...
And what would that...
HDB 41. 1015. It's understated.
Good. Let's go with that. NA. Roughly 50.
Try 40. The damage is so extensive, it's better to err on the young side. The corpse looks ageless, like
Mondial.
Fair to olives, the pudgy mess of
Fucky!
Male.
Pigs can have sex!
Naively, the lieutenant does not.
We're still going with March 4th. 51. What else? 9. But
HDB 40.
None. At least not after the initial examination. Interfering with the body's position or wounds post-mortem. They'd have to have incapacitated.
Your central nervous system recognizes this somewhere elsewhere yet, and so all across.
We should start.
The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest.
Clothes. The Babrodine, yes. Inexpensive.
The disappointment is palpable.
The boots are ceramic. Vitreous enamel.
It would be clever of you to omit the boot's patience.
The boot has a serial number. Tattoos. The upper torso. The assistant had. The deceased has a belt for it. Well nourished. Athletically built. Body hair is light brown. Distribution is
The hair under your latex fingers feels. The stench is suffocating. There must be more hairs. For a fraction of a second you feel something. An erect. What was what? Brilliantine. There's brilliantine in his hair.
Lividity is consistent with hanging.
Fucking low velocity? You think talking shit about Kuno's velocity?
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest. Consistent ligature mark. The steel wiring.
You got just the right tool for that. The chain cutters. The hanged man lets out a...
Always good to think ahead. We need to cut the belt to see the ligature mark below. Carefully, with as much precision as you can.
See?
No, he ain't.
You are? You're Kuno's pig?
The belt is equally tight around the whole circumference. The knot is the weak spot. The chain cutters fit in there. Steady now, like a flower arranger. Tying the belt together. You squeeze the rubber handles together, sweat forming on your brow. Snap. The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt...
The rope rises to a point. Hemorrhaging is up. Chest is intact. Normal contour.
No! It's gonna happen soon!
I fucking...
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury.
The dead man's penis is average-sized.
Back is symmetrical and, in addition, I see smaller, residual scars. Too numerous to count.
From wounds sustained.
We have a last item.
The hand feels heavy.
Hands are clean. No sign of injury from struggling. I was. Ooh. That's all for the external. Central nervous system.
Of course, there is a moral.
What would that be?
The dead man looks, too, with barely contained excitement.
Good.
With his... You hear cracks as the loop...
Yeah, jack that fucker off!
The hyoid bone is fractured. Respiratory system. Oral cavity shows no lesions.
No scream. No sigh of relief rises from the darkness inside. It's humid there. Sickly sweet air, unlike anything living. It's hard. Once more, you taste stomach acid inside.
Hemorrhaging present in mucus. Hepatobiliary. Na. Are you hepato...
Hepato means liver, and biliary, the gallbladder, and nothing in your alcohol-soaked...
Neither am I. That's it. Same for toxicology and serology. Na. Unless you have untapped reservoir.
Reservoirs? No, but do they take...
No. Like a toxicology screening? Cardiovascular. The body... Gastrointestinal.
This will...
Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila. What's next on the list? Let's see.
Be thorough. If you...
Head, chest, and your opinion, officer? Agreed. Next injury? So, the scalp bleeds from...
At maximum velocity?
Has confessed to...
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit.
Right. Next. A dark red abraded ligature mark, and I see hemorrhaging...
Below the note, think for a moment.
That's it. We have established cause. Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy of... Well, we established probable cause of death. We also we were thorough with the list of injuries, too. We described them all in detail. What is there to say? Given the circumstances, it was a professional field autopsy. I need a copy of that autopsy form for processing.
You tilt your head. I'm sure we didn't get everything. There's always...
Shoot, Looney Rooney. Huh? You're misquoting me, Rooney. I said communism killed me. Love did me in.
You really need to learn the difference, buddy. This is embarrassing.
Come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with my frank man.
I thought we decided to leave it to processing. Let's not turn this into some kind of circus.
Damn it. This is turning. Okay. So you can sneak out of your room, maybe, after he's gone asleep.
Okay. I need a little help for carrying him to the holding pen of my kinema. I can take care of the rest.
There go those beautiful... Oh, well, in another lifetime.
It's too late to take him into processing today. I'll take him first thing tomorrow. Speak a word of zeolite. I've never met either one of my grandparents. No.
Your brain sends the signal to your lips, but they refuse the order. It's like you're locked down.
Something the matter, detective?
What's going on? It's like you're... The lieutenant relaxes his eyebrow, and you seem to regain control.
What do you mean? I have no idea what you're talking about.
The lieutenant's conceptualization skills must be rather rudimentary.
What?
The lieutenant produced it. We all have our different mediums. His is written.
Good. Let's change the subject. Excuse me? You have a... I hope you don't take this the wrong way. They say it's a scene-clearing technique.
Yes, but containers contain.
I don't know. Containers contain, I guess. I'm making assumptions. We should move on.
The bed is...
The option to go to sleep becomes available every night after 9 p.m.
The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The beds, and then sleep.
Where are your friends? They were only... You found Elysium. You really... No, you'll be back.
Stinky Bob.
You're not coming back from shit. You're trying...
So something is wrong. Oh yeah. Time to go to work in the shit factory.
Good going, buddy. Oh, you mean, why are you so tough? It's just that you're too weak to say no now. Waking up, Speed is it's power, man. Of course, you and Speed will...
I've got some good news. I'm just glad.
Oh well, the lieutenant is...
The union muscle. Everything which may, of course. I mean, engulf men who drink beer for breakfast. There's that would... In fact, even the death of... One more thing.
Yeah, but...
They're in no hurry.
Can I help you? Another thing. Yes?
Just a moment.
She's agitated.
And there's no...
The closest...
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway. I'm glad to see you again, dear. Please don't trouble yourself. The union office probably had... The manager was...
Why would he be?
To let the young woman who... I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel. That's just it. But you have...
More important than a missing ex...
Just some... But they...
The waterlock. That was...
Oh, Gary's is... Oh my. Well...
You're well.
I hate to ask.
This will show... Yes.
And if you see him, let him know Lena is... Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie.
Can I help you? Another thing. Great. I love... Yes, and the phone company is taking its sweet time sending someone to fix it. Losers. It's not strange, it's inconvenient. If you say so. Who told you that? Fine, yeah. If you do find out who cut the line, though, let me know, so I can forward them the repair bill. Yes?
Let me handle this. Detective disorientated. Are you still...
Her entire...
That's right. I am not a gardener. So let's get that tight.
It doesn't matter.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks.
Like I already told you, I'm a legal counsel. What you want is of no significance, officer. Don't test your authority. What are we going... The union... If anything, it is the RCM who do things to people. But we... Aggressive?
So you...
Listen, you morally...
Fuck yeah.
So ask what you came to ask. Or get back to your commanders. Look,
Strange. It's as if people do...
This is where you say your bed.
Detective.
Hey, dipshit.
Do not let this squeal.
What, is he fucking kidding? Hey, asshole, up here. We're talking...
We're looking for Titus Hardy.
Wow. Real? Yeah. Must be something in the... Yeah. Gave him real... Yeah.
you might want to...
Do a head count, starting from the right. Boot size, 44. Blonde man, in his 30s. Sitting on his right, across. At the... He spent his youth, and then... The emblem in the far corner. On his neck. Let's call this one, size 41. In the middle, heaving. In conclusion, exactly...
The fuck is with you, fella? So, you're not just... They look...
Funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
Container belt? Like we used... Because we did.
There's a catch hidden somewhere. He didn't confess so that you could take them all away.
There is no catch?
All 7 together. They're diluting responsibility. It's an anti...
How many people have you sent to the Shays? Ever felt remorse?
Shays Electrique is the method...
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life.
The River Esperance Correctional Facility.
Rest assured, lawman. None worse than our guy. He got what was coming to him.
Are you deaf? Do you think you could do...
A trick question. Don't let her lead.
That's for the courts in Les Jardins to decide what you can.
No. We'll stay here and discuss what happened that night.
You don't have to keep answering.
I know, Lizzie.
Known him? We don't associate with scum like... Yeah!
Quiet.
By the Pines Code.
No. I mean, why don't you...
That's enough insinuation for today.
Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out.
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that chose...
A live grenade!
I can't prove it. But I know he was sent by the Wild Pines.
'Cause one night, he walked straight...
Really?
Yeah, really. We couldn't believe...
Sire, this is a serious violation of the karaoke code.
Wrong?
From rape. He regrets men...
To kill us all.
Yeah.
He grabbed someone?
Yeah. Show me your cunt! Why don't you show me your cunt? Then...
Aren't you fucking...
Yeah, me...
There's something. Seems like they don't want to talk about that rape Titus mentioned. Why not? This is a serious allegation.
No.
There's nothing you can do for now. He's stonewalling you.
We hanged him up.
Didn't they teach you...
The autopsy showed there were...
The lieutenant goes in...
Yeah. That's right.
Make them a bit more uncomfortable first. Then see if it all adds up.
My fucking...
Samaran boxing. Or Sam... He may be lying. But he's good at it. No twitching. No rushing.
Right fucking here.
Yeah, man. Weren't you listening?
Titus is solid as a rock, and so are a few others. But Elaine, this little rat-faced fellow, him neither.
No. Of course he's having trouble.
Fuck off, Shanky.
Keep your eye on this powerful guy. Sooner or later.
And fuck you.
This one is a stone wall. You won't get more out of them about...
Like what, copper?
Nothing. You're investigating.
I think we're going to have done this job for long enough to know...
Good luck with that. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us. Real law. What are you talking about, madman? Or what?
Actually, boss...
She?
Shut the fuck up, Glenn!
So let me get...
That's right. You're not cops here.
Good.
There's no point in pushing it further, he thinks. This is already a victory. We'll learn more about this 8th Hardy sooner or later. You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple. You immediately feel drawn to the color. The old cobalt paint, rough on the fingers. The door does not budge.
You do?
The winch, outside, in the backyard. Remember? No, your fingers do.
Eccentric.
It's hardly a side investigation. You already have a name for it.
It's hardly worth a title. Anyway, get...
Can I help you? Another thing. Great. Oh, yes, that door. Sure. No, I don't. Or some boring story.
He's attempting to maintain it.
Fine, okay. A little. So, I haven't opened it. Yes?
You see,
Not looking for any trouble.
it's the voice of someone who has suffered.
I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarme.
Don't let him go.
Is it really that important?
Like a nervous cat.
All right, but make it quick. My name? My name is...
That's definitely not his.
No, of course not. Could you please lower your voice? I can tell that you finally got him down.
What were you doing last Sunday?
Oh.
Wait, is someone else investigating the lynching?
No, not you two. Some more muscular type.
And when did you speak to this mo...
Last week?
He's an actor.
You didn't answer the...
It was my Sunday friend.
He doesn't reply, gesturing no with his cigarette. In the neighboring windows, you can see faint reflections of his silhouette, all from different angles.
No. Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need... Good luck with the investigation.
He's gone. No point in running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits. If he doesn't want to talk to us, he could be a witness. There has to be...
plaque on the shelf reads, Biography. These shelves, a couple of spook novels hide and crime fiction. These books, what's more, not a single mention of all. You see, a killing is declared. Oh no. Yes, tragedy caught. After all this, you still haven't found the answer to the one question that
Oh, you're a police officer.
your quick eye knows. A worn paperback from Dick Mullen's classic. Could it be the motifs of Then this is the book for you.
Of course. Such violence and immorality. I mean...
In your hand, the cover features the tagline.
Are you really? Good luck finding.
The point is, the cover features the tagline.
Are you really? Well, you won't find it in.
The story opens. Spillane needs 2 days late, desperate to clear.
What's the matter?
The lieutenant shrugged. Of course, Mullen didn't do it. And not just secrets are the nerve revealed. Not only is the outwardly, he would certainly outwardly, he would certainly outwardly, he would certainly outwardly, he would outwardly, he would certain outwardly, he would outwardly, he would certain outwardly, he would certainly outwardly. That he would certain outwardly, he would outwardly, he would outwardly, he would outward, 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 he would certainly have the motive and the means. But the captain walks with a noticeable outward, he would outward, he would outwardly. The old police he would outward, 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 he would outwardly, he would outward, 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 he would certainly outwardly, he would outward, 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 he would outwardly. The old police captain is a real law and order crypto-fascist. He would certainly have the motive and the one evening, yes, comfort and pleasure. The warmth as the two love. I love you, always and whatever it is. Mullen never hears the in your hand you hold.
Can I help you? Another thing. Great. Yes? Got the 20 real?
The breath catches in his chest. The light in his eyes snuffs out all at once. After a moment, he speaks.
Do you have money tonight? Too bad.
Here comes a layup, sire. Fall not for it.
But you know what? You're in luck, because you don't have to ever pay me again. Not at all, officer. It's true. You don't have to pay me anything. You don't have to give me any money at all. If you want a room, yes, you'll need to pay me, but you don't have to just give me money. Giving me money for a room is your choice. You want a free place to sleep? Fine. As a matter of fact, you already have the key to your new room. The trash container, remember? You said you'd give the key back, and didn't.
The lieutenant is painfully silent. The time is now. Hobocop life. Here we come. A new dimension of reality will open. A portal is this bed of waste. It is not clear. All that is known is sleep in the trash and there is no coming back.
Right, well, there you are. Now...
The trash container stands in the spring. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste. The smell of rotten food rises up at you as you climb inside the trash container. The lieutenant averts his eye. His gaze is focused on something nebulous. He is as silent as the night. Darkness engulfs you. The stink of rot nearly knocks you out. For a minute, you can smell cigarette smoke wafting in from outside.
Good night, detective.
This is where you belong. Disgraced cop sleeps in trash. A deranged law official was found sleeping in a trash container behind the Whirling in Rags. A hostel cafeteria